Hello, welcome to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're doing really well. It's time for a beer review and we are reviewing allegedly a Spanish beer. This ain't Spanish. We're looking at Cruzcampo. Cruzcampo Sevilla. There it is. 4.4% ABV. Yet strangely, in Spain, this is 4.8%. I'm already very negative about this beer already. I didn't buy this. My brother-in-law came around yesterday and he brought a 4-pack of these and this was left over. So I thought I'd have a look at it and review it. Now there's been quite an influx, isn't there, of like Spanish style lagers. And it kind of just got me thinking, is one, why? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Spanish lagers, but why? But all of a sudden, why have we got so many? And I thought, I wonder what's type of, what the biggest selling lagers in Spain. And Cruzcampo is actually one of them. They're quite regional, Spain. They do have some regional brewers. So in that area, their beers will sell more than any of the others. And I came across this quote on the internet. And it is by Heineken. Heineken UK have come up with this quote. I'm going to read it to you. I've written it down. Cruzcampo is set to make a splash in the nation's pubs as Heineken UK responds to growing consumer demand for Spanish lager. Spanish lagers are in a 73% growth and account for 1 in every 5 pints sold in the UK on trade. Growing consumer demand. I've never found myself demanding Spanish lagers, but if you have, happy days. I'm not against Spanish lagers whatsoever. So Heineken UK are saying that they're responding to the growing consumer demand for Spanish lagers. Well, that's fine. Then give us Spanish lagers, Heineken, because this ain't fucking Spanish, is it? And I rarely swear, but it does give me the hump that Heineken UK just mug off the UK public. This is 4.4%, where in Spain it's 4.8%. This is brewed in the UK. So how is it Spanish? It's brewed in the UK. I can guarantee the ingredients haven't come from Spain. Why is this acceptable? Why is this acceptable by Heineken to try and mug us off by saying, okay, you want Spanish lagers? We'll give you a Spanish looking can, but the beer inside it won't be. Why? What is that all about? Do they think we are stupid? Let's just get on with having a little look at this. It's fairly obvious that I'm probably not going to like it. If I do and it is nice, then I'll be honest and I'll say it is. And I might look a little bit silly. But I just can't imagine that it's going to be. There's a hair in this glass. That's no good. Can't have a hair in the glass. I know I've had a little bit of a rant, but I just get really annoyed that Heineken do this. It's another name that they've bought, another name that they're going to ruin in the UK. This glass is clean. Why has that got hair in it? There's another one there. Why do they do this? Why do they treat us like imbeciles? Cruzcampo, that amazing Spanish beer brewed in the UK. There it is. It looks alright, doesn't it? Well, camera's this side, doesn't it? It looks okay. It's got a nice head on it. It's got a typical lager colour to it. Let's have a Schmefsky. And it smells generic. Absolutely. I've never had Cruzcampo. I've been to Spain. I like Spain. Lovely country. I've never had it out there. But that just smells absolutely generic. There is nothing inviting about that aroma. Let's get tasting. Cheers. I'll give it a rest. Come on. It's just bland and boring. It's very bland. It's very boring. Just like all the others. But I bet they charge a bit of a premium on that as well. I bet they do. And look at the can. Everything about that is Spanish, isn't it? Everything about that Everything on the front of that is in Spanish. And it's just not Spanish. How would they get away with that? How are they allowed to do that? Because it ain't Spanish. I mean, that is a dreadful beer. That absolutely is poor. It's just bland. It's very, very boring. It tastes sweet and it tastes a bit syrupy. Oh, I see. Why? Why has that got glucose syrup in it? Why does any lager need to have glucose syrup in it? You wouldn't get the Germans putting glucose syrup in their lagers. Why are we doing that? Why do we need glucose syrup in there? We don't. We absolutely don't. Do you know, I'll tell you what I have got. What I have got. Please tell me this isn't brewed in the UK. I don't know. I've also got this. I've changed my camera around. The Victoria Malaga. This is 4.8%, so this tells me this is not brewed in the UK. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's a lot of Spanish going on. Imported to the United Kingdom. Happy days. Imported by Dam. So this is Spanish. It's 4.8% ABV. I did not want to drink this tonight, but this just has to be done. This Spanish lager we've got to put up against the English Spanish lager. I wanted to review this on its own and in a completely separate video. There's a bottle cap. Very nice indeed. Let's have a go. Let's have a go. And to be fair, it doesn't look much different. Heineken have done a good job of making it look like a Spanish lager. Their one. But yeah, that doesn't actually look much different to that, does it really? Okay, the head's died down on that, but that's fine. I've had it in the glass a while. But they don't look too dissimilar. We've got the looks right. So have a go on the aroma on the Victoria Malaga. You see, that has got an aroma. It's not massive. It's a typical lager type aroma, but a decent type lager aroma. Citrusy, bit zesty. But it smells fresh, if you like. I'm sure it's not. It's probably been in the bottle ages. But it's just got a much fresher smell than that, which just smells brick pants. Let's taste this one. Cheers. You know, don't get me wrong. Or get me wrong, whatever you want. That's not fantastic. But I tell you what, it is not horrendous and it's not fake. Which is what that is. It's absolutely fake. You know, this isn't a bad lager. 4.8%. It's got a decent mouthfeel. It's got a bit of dryness, a bit of pepperiness. A little hoppiness. It's very clean. It's very crisp. It's very drinkable. There is a little sweetness to it that I'm not overly keen on, but I guarantee this hasn't got glucose in it. Ingredients: water, malted barley, rice, hops. Yeah, I get what you're saying about the ricey side of it. But like I said, right as soon as I took a first mouthful, it's not fantastic, but it's not horrendous. But what it is honest. That is not honest. That Cruzcampo is not Spanish, it's English. It's got glucose syrup in it. It's utter crap. Victoria Malaga is okay. It's not a bad lager. I've had a lot better, but that's certainly drinkable. And if someone gave me one at their house, I wouldn't be overly disappointed. But this nonsense, Heineken, this has got to stop. How many Spanish beers can you pick up in a supermarket that are brewed in the UK now? Probably quite a lot. And it's wrong. What they're doing is wrong. But it obviously sells. Do you know, I'd imagine people go to Spain and they have a great holiday. And when you're in Spain and you're in the moment and you're in the heat and you're drinking beers because it's bloody hot and you're quenching your thirst, you're not overly thinking about the taste. Then you come home and you see that and you think, yeah, I drank loads of that in Spain, I'm going to get some in. you probably won't notice a difference. You probably just won't realise it, because you're probably drinking plenty of it in Spain. You're in the moment, you're in the atmosphere, you're enjoying it, not really thinking about it. You're just drinking it because it was hot and it was a thirst quencher, and you don't give it much thought. And then you come home and you see it and you think, yeah, it reminds me of Spain. I'm going to buy it. It reminds me of a great holiday that we had. Can you give the Loki some food? One of our cats just come home. He's not been home for over 24 hours. He's home, which is good. Yeah, so I think that's how Heineken get away with it, because they're just produce this crap and they're just play on the thought that you think you want a Spanish lager. And it's wrong, and it's got to stop. I wonder if Heineken would respond to me if I sent them an email saying about how nonsense this is and how it's not real Cruzcampo, which is 4.8. This is 4.4. What are the chances of them replying? I'm going to do it and then I'll let you know. There you go. As you can tell, I've got the hump. I'm going to have words with my brother-in-law about why he's drinking that. I'm all done. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye now.